Gil spent time with him one-on-one. He interrogated him. He got to know him. So he's got a very, very different perspective. But let's not lose track of how horrific these crimes were. And it was children, it was elderly, women, men. He didn't care. He'd shoot them, stab, knife. This was as bad as it gets, isn't it? I mean, you saw all the crime scenes. You saw all the photos. Had to be the worst of everything you've seen.
Taking the eyes out.
Yeah, exactly. This guy was just pure evil, wasn't he?
Well, he was evil. Looking at the photograph, everything is very scientific to me. So it didn't, decapitation, eyes gone, And I asked him at one point in time, Mrs. Zara, the one who he took her eyes out, she had a great big T-cut underneath her left breast. And she was stabbed in the abdomen and the lower pubic area. And I said, Rich, what's a big T-cut for? And he said, well, I was going to take her heart out. He said, but I didn't, I couldn't get through the ribs. Well, I guess he missed the anatomy class, and when he was in medical school, didn't realize that the ribs are there to protect the organs, so he couldn't get through. Otherwise, that's the purpose in that big cut. He was going to take her organs. But all of that, again, wasn't grotesque to me. Right. It was scientific.
Well, in your job, that's how you have to interpret that.
Yes.
You do, or you can't get emotionally involved, or you'd never be able to do anything. But I mean, the way he speaks about it, like he was going to take a glass of orange juice out of the refrigerator.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Take her heart
it
out,
was like nothing to him.
Something out of the pantry. It's just insane.
No value to life. Did he tell you that he had sex with people after death or before death?
There was no evidence of any postmortem. There was evidence of perimortem stuff. Maybe they were about to die, but they were still pumping blood. But there was no postmortem stuff.
You mentioned that class that you took on deviant sexual behavior or whatever it was.
Yes.
But we kind of danced past it, but that had to help, right? I mean, to have a little bit of that training.
It did. That's what gave me the knowledge. I said in the beginning, that's what gave me the knowledge.
The professor at LA City College.
And it's hard for people to believe, but I will give you one example, and that is, he gave in a class, you have to have an infinite amount of understanding in order to be successful. And that is, I give you a condo in Mammoth. It's snowing outside. You have no cell phones, no outside communication. You have no children, no bill collectors. Just you and that other member of society that you want with you. Flickering fireplace on the inside, soft music, both fresh out of the shower, white bearskin rug, hors d'oeuvres, little Cabernet Sauvignon, little Jim Beam for somebody that wants it, and whatever you want. Now that, when I tell you that, slower, does that not conjure in your mind that's going to turn into raw and adulterate intercourse that night?
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Romantic. Right?
Romantic. That's easy for you to understand. Now I give you a man that can't afford to go to Mammoth, that can't afford a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, so he's got a bottle of white port in his back pocket. Isn't with another member of society, but he's got his own member in his own hand. And he's got a book of matches because he doesn't have a fireplace, so he sets Hills of Malibu on fire. He's a pyromaniac. That is to him. So I understand it. The key is you don't condone it, though. So that's where you make the separation and stuff like that Morneau taught us. And so that's what he says, that it makes it easier, and it does. That's what made it easy for me to talk to Richard.